Hello, everyone. This is Paulette with Women Who Rock. Let's Talk About It podcast. And I'm so glad that you're joining in with us today. We have a very exciting conversation that we're going to be getting into. And I have a very exciting guest with me on today. And we're going to kind of flip the tables a little bit. She's going to interview me, asking some questions about how the ministry got started and how it evolved and is still evolving. And so I'm going to introduce her to you. But at the same time, we're going to be talking about women who worship. What happens when women worship? So we're going to do some introductory explanation about how Women Who Rock got started. And then we're just going to kind of fold into talking about what happens when women worship, the impact of that. So my very special guest on today is Dr. Charmaine Marie. And we're going to sit back and just let the conversation unfold. And again, we're so glad to have you on the podcast. Let's talk about it. And we want you to hit that link below. We want you to be able to continue to subscribe, to share, and to just continue to join in with us on this podcast. So at this time, I want to give the a platform to my friend. I call her my friend, my daughter. She's just, she's my right and my left arm. I'm telling you, she's just a wonderful, very talented woman of God, Dr. Charmaine Marie. She's an artist. She is an author. She has the numerous books. We're going to let her kind of share a little bit of that about herself. Then we're going to go right into our interview. All right, Dr. Charmaine,
All
thank you so much
right.
for being here. So
Thank you. I'm
excited.
really happy to be here, and I always appreciate you inviting me to be a part of your Women Who Rock. I think it's amazing. And you already introduced me and you said a few things about me, and that's great. I appreciate that. But see, this time it's about you, even though it's your show, this time it's about you. So I want to talk about you and the things that you're doing with Women Who Rock. So I love watching your interviews. I love the questions that you ask. I love how genuine you are. I love how you allow the people that you interview to be themselves. Um, Nobody's scared to answer a question. You know what I'm saying? Because people can genuinely be themselves, answer how they feel, say what they know, and I just enjoy it. I enjoy watching it. I appreciate you doing it. And I think that it is a blessing to women all over and to women of God, you know. So I do have some questions for you. I first want to start with, so I love Women Who Rock. But what was it that made you start Women Who Rock in the first place? And Women Who Rock, when you started it, what was it? I
Okay.
hope that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Okay.
The idea, and I know it was a God-given idea. I know it was, because the way the foundation of it, the way it started, was at every end of the year. I just began to think about, how women go through so much and that entire 12-month out of the year, always doing and always moving and always navigating and so engaged in just living life, taking care of their family, taking care of their children, their jobs, and all the things that they have to carry and just going through unexpected challenges throughout the year, and sometimes not even having the opportunity to step back and just breathe. And so, just thinking about that, how women just need to have an opportunity to just relax and let their hair down.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the year, I believe God gave me a way out for that to happen. And so I just decided, I said, I'm going to throw a big old party for the women that I know, and they can invite their friends to come. And we just set it up where women can just let their hair down, relax, and have some fun. One night out of the entire year. And that was the last Friday in December. Christmas was done, the whole year was over. And I wanted them to feel the sense of relief,
Yeah.
even after all they have gone through from month after month, week after week, day after day, all the kinds of things that they had to juggle and to balance out. And I just said, Lord, we just need to breathe for a moment and celebrate. Let's
Yeah.
celebrate that we made it. That yes, I may have some knocks and bruises and things happened through the year that I may not have handled quite right, but I still came through. And so I wanted to pull all the women together that I could and just come under one roof and just have fun. Just have fun. And that's how it began. That's how it began. And God just magnified it. The women, the first one that we had, the women were just, I'm telling you, they were stomping and laughing and just enjoying one another's company and with such a release. And so it really, really, that's how it got started. And
Okay.
just been to grow from there, began to grow.
Oh, okay, that's nice. And it sounds like a lot of fun. You know, when women get together and you need to have a good time because you've been longing for a good time because of everything that you've been doing, amazing things happen. You know what I'm saying? You
I
feel
do.
free and you can
Yes,
have a good time.
yes,
So that's nice. That's nice that you
yes,
started that for the women just so they could
yes.
be happy and have a release for themselves and feel the freedom. So,
Yes.
what made you name it Women Who Rock?
And that's kind of funny too, because I guess I'm gonna be a little transparent here, and everybody's gonna know it.
Yeah.
But I love to dance, and I love good
Oh,
music, and I just said, let's just kind of rock it out. But when I started
yes.
thinking about the letters, ROC, and then God gave it to me, righteousness of Christ,
Yes.
bringing women together under one roof, and just allowing them to be themselves and decompress and don't have to think about what happened yesterday or last month or what happened. I didn't do this right or this was on me and I tried to juggle this but it was a sense of freedom that I wanted them to feel on that one particular night. That the year is over. It's time for a new beginning. You don't have to carry anything into this new year and just come in with anticipation, expectation, and excitement. And so my heart just was just overwhelmed in wanting these women, beautiful, and they came from all walks of life. Dr. Charmaine, I mean, doctors, lawyers, mayor, mayor pro tem, you name it, women, social workers, teachers, women who are caretakers, and just every avenue of life that you can think of. Just pulling them together. God gave me names and contacted them and said, bring a friend, bring another woman, bring them to and it started in my house. It started here at my house and it got so big. I mean, so many women started coming year after year until the Lord said, you need a bigger venue. And
Yes.
so we took it outside of the house and it got even larger. Even more women came. It was a marvelous thing. And that when God is in something, it develops in such a beautiful way. You can begin to see the fruit of your labor and what God has really implanted in your heart to do. So I was so excited. And so that's how Women Who Rock start just getting off the ground.
Okay, so I love that. So you love to dance, huh?
I do. I
Me
still do.
too. I do. I love to dance. I love music.
I
I love
do
to dance.
too.
But I love your passion for the women. Let me say that because you could hear it in your voice. I love your passion for the women, your passion for the women to have an out, your passion for the women to be happy, your passion for women to be successful. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I love it
Yes.
because you can in everything that you're saying, you feel the love that you have for the
Mm,
women. So I
yes.
love the way that you support the women. And I think that it's amazing what you're doing with Women Who Rock. And I would like to ask, um, what is your vision for the future of Women Who Rock? And specifically, like, what are some goals that you have moving forward for Women Who Rock?
Yeah, and thank you for asking that, Dr. Charmaine, because I've really been asking the Lord how to enlarge this ministry. And one of the things, of course, that's dear to my heart even now is the podcast. Being able to come to set it up in such a way where to invite women in, they can talk about stories, the things that they have gone through, have a platform that's safe, and they feel that they can just be intimate about the things that God has carried them through. That's one of my goals, just to allow women to talk. One of the theme of this podcast is that women have a voice to be heard and they have a story to tell. Doesn't matter what walk of life they may be in, whether they are in the church and integrated in the Lord, and having the Lord to lead and guide them. But there are other women out there who are hurting, who are trying to find their way, trying to find a balance in life. I want to be able to lend this platform so that they can have an avenue to just talk about it. What have you gone through? What has God brought you through? What are you searching for? Just have an avenue for answers. Sometimes people just need to be heard, you know, and
Yes.
and to make some sense out of what is happening in their life and the things that they've gone through. It's just a way to unload and have somebody to share it with, to have someone to listen, to really just hear me out. This is what been wanting to say. I've held it back for so long. I've gone through this, I've gone through that, and to tell their testimony, a way of opening up. And I believe that God can pour in some healing and pour in just to have somebody embrace. I don't want to talk a whole lot because I can go on and on because this is a subject that I
But that's
love so
good.
much. Yeah, women need to be heard,
Yes.
really having dreams and having aspirations and things that are on their mind that they don't feel that they can share with anyone. I want to be able to have a platform where they can come and say it's okay to talk about it. And let's just kind of see what God has to say concerning you and not just somebody else.